One of the more difficult stages of getting a business off the ground and building a consistent go-to-market motion that can reliably bring sales in on a week-to-week basis, month-to-month basis, is market message fit. Mastering your message in the market that you know attracts your ideal customers. So in this short training, we're going to be going through a 6-step process on how to master your message and find market message fit. So before we go into the 6 steps, I often speak to business owners that message is the missing link. And as I said, it's one of the hardest parts of getting a go-to-market motion into flow is aligning a message to an audience, as the process never stops. Even if you find an early stage winning message, as you grow, that message needs to evolve over time. And obviously the market consistently changes and flows as well. So not only as you grow do you tap into wider segments of an audience, meaning your message needs to get wider appealing and appeal to different varieties of your ICP, but at the same time, the market is ever flowing, ever moving as well. So what resonated 6 months ago might not resonate today. So you need to not only be up to date with current trends, what's happening in the market today, but also have an eye on the future of how am I going to grow and scale and tap into wider audiences with my message, with my offers. Now there is a process to this. You don't need to go throwing darts in the dark and just hope and pray that your message hits and all of a sudden everything takes off. You can go through this 6-step process to find and isolate winning messages. So step 1 of this process is in-market research. Now, I might just move my head over to the other corner to get it out of the way. So the great thing about marketing is that nothing is hidden. It's all out there to be found. You just need to take the time to go out there and find it, but also have the skills to understand and interpret what it is that you find. So begin your online searches in places like social media. So try and look at, okay, where does my ICP spend most of their time consuming information, consuming insights, consuming messages that are relevant to my brand? And eventually you will obviously want to be omnipresent and across all channels. YouTube as well, great resource to check comments, to check what videos and titles and hooks are really performing well in your particular market. Forums and communities where people are openly sharing their problems, their pains, their desires, what they want to achieve, even some negative things maybe around other vendors that they were frustrated with that you could possibly plug that gap in. Search engines, see what's being searched consistently, follow the search trends. Other advertising channels, so check ad libraries and see where potential competitors are putting their messages as well. And competitor reviews is a great goldmine of information of what, again, prospects are frustrated by, what they really like about your competitors, what they really want to achieve, what problems really stood out to them and why they ended up buying. So step 1 is start with the in-market research because it's the easiest to get going. You can spend 2 to 3 hours just going deep into your market across all these different mediums. There's even more mediums you can obviously tap into as well to uncover the sort of information you need to help craft your initial messages. Now, step 2 to this process is ICP research because nothing beats hearing it directly from the horse's mouth. Speak to customers, speak to members of your market, and have strategic questions to ask and understand their buying journey. So reach out to people within your network that maybe suit your ICP if you've already started to cultivate that. Even just see if you can start interviewing some. You could even do it in a podcast format if you wanted to use it as actual content, but get in front of these people so you can do live market research. So you can speak to them and again, hear it from the horse's mouth, hear from them what they're struggling with, what sort of solutions they've tried before, why they want to solve that problem, what sort of impact it's having on them. All of this information we want to understand and we want to map that against the buying journey. So we need to distill down how our ICP becomes aware of their problems, how and where they begin their research, whose opinions they find the most valuable, who do they see as the market leaders and go to for this source of information, how they discover vendors, what sort of searching process do they go through, and ultimately how buying decisions and purchase decisions are made. Is it a solo effort? Is it a buying committee that ends up making those decisions? And there's obviously more insights you can look to take away as well. But the main thing we're trying to find is what a typical buying journey looks like so we can map our messaging back to that. Based on the stage of awareness, we're trying to go after in market. We're trying to go after problem-aware prospects. So people earlier in their buying journey, just discovering those problems exist. People who are solution-aware, they know they have the problem. They've started to look for solutions or they're aware that there are solutions out there to the problem. People who are product-aware, already aware of your brand and other vendors, etc. and people who are buying aware, looking for solutions, ready to take action when they find the right fit. So based on the stage of the business will be the stage of awareness that we want to tailor that message to. Then step 3 is crafting an offer that tailors to that stage of awareness as well. If we find through our research that prospects are problem aware that haven't found a solution yet, look like they could be our best audience, maybe we go after a problem aware audience. If we're in a more mature market that already has vendors and solutions out there that your prospects are most likely aware of, maybe we need to tap into a solution aware market with a different angle compared to our competitors. What is unique about us and what we do? Now, that offer could be in the form of a hero offer, such as reports, workshops, resources, things that just provide value, not to initiate a sales conversation, but things that just provide value to the market so that we can start, again, collecting that feedback, seeing which messaging really resonates, which problems, which possible solutions really stand out to our market and get the most traction. The alternative is also if you wanted to put a direct response offer out there, such as an application, and offering the solution straight away with a unique angle that you've discovered in the market, such as, hey, our competitors do it this way, we do it this way, and this is why we see these results. Therefore, you should give us a try, and then attach an offer to that. 7-day free trial, freemium offer, application to work with us, whatever makes the most sense for the stage of your business to be enrolling prospects into. Now, to go into some nuance on that, if you already have a proven sales process, you have a sales team, you may start with that sort of offer. A direct offer into market because you know you've closed business, you know you've closed clients, so you would start maybe with an application process with a unique angled offer that resonates with the messaging. If you're not at that stage and you don't have a proven sales process, or you're very early on and only have a handful of clients, you might run a hero offer just to get the information and feedback to have people start interacting with your brand and learn what it is that they really want to solve before you go out there with a direct response offer. So once we've crafted the offer, we then distribute that offer. That could be through paid advertising if you've got the budget for it. It could be organically. It could be just messaging people in your network, starting a WhatsApp chat and just saying, hey guys, I'm launching this thing that solves this, and starting a WhatsApp chat to support other people like us that do this, etc., etc. Would you like to join? It's free. And just start getting in front of people. Start getting your message, your offer in front of audiences and test different pain angles. You might find from your research that there's 5 or 6 different pain angles that your market really goes through. Test all 6 of them and start distributing. Just get those messages out there so that you can move into stage 5, which is testing and refining the message. Now that your message is in market, it's time to start collecting qualitative insights. Certain messages will attract prospects who are potentially great clients. Start saying more of that. Push that message wider. Other messages will attract prospects who are less than ideal clients. Say less of that and start taking that out of your message. It's going to be a never-ending process of testing and refinement, because then we go into stage 6, which is repeat with scale. As mentioned at the start, markets are ever flowing and they're not fractal, meaning everyone in your market is not the same. They all have different desires, they all come from different backgrounds, they're all at different stages of awareness, and your message will suit a certain pocket but might not suit other pockets of your market. So as you scale, you'll need to scale your messaging out as well to either wider appealing or different variations of that message that appeal to different segments of your audience. At the same time, as mentioned at the start, what resonated 6 months ago might not be resonating today. So you need to keep your finger on the pulse of the market to know what people in your ICP are really looking for at this stage. Because the economy, the landscape, everything is consistently flowing and moving and changing. And if we don't have our finger on the pulse and we're still doing stuff that was from 6 months ago, 12 months ago, 5 years ago, which unfortunately a lot of businesses do, we're eventually going to phase out of the market because we're just not keeping up with the times. And the end goal, at least for my clients, is to result in something like this, where we have multiple layers to our go-to-market motion. And the layer 1 is our more cold friendly. It's the one that's going to be more mass appealing. It's going to get more people into our ecosystem. Layer 2 is going to be for more solution aware / product aware prospects who are actively starting to come in market and search for vendors, search for solutions to their problems. And then layer 3 encompasses everything to kind of act as the spider web to our go-to-market motion so that anyone that comes in starts to see social proof, validation, demonstrations of our expertise. Now, this takes time. We don't get there immediately because we've got to go through the 6 steps multiple times to get it to a point where we can run a machine like this. But once you're at a stage where you found message to market fit, and you know that what you're saying is really hitting home with your ideal ICP, and you can know this by the amount of inquiries you're getting, your follower growing, and the follower growing doesn't necessarily mean that, but if that followership is resulting in increases of revenue, and you can see that, hey, we're getting more meetings booked, we're getting higher quality meetings booked, we're closing more deals, we're securing more revenue, we know we're on the right track with our messaging. And we can continue to build out this infrastructure, which again is a consistent testing process. Unfortunately, with marketing, there's never a silver bullet key to just unlock the market and everything works. It's just constant growth, constant adjustments, and constant testing and refining to continue to stay at pace with the market, keep your finger on the pulse, and grow with the market versus trying to force your will onto the market. So that's the end of this training. Hopefully you got some value. If you have any questions, comment below. I'm happy to obviously provide some resources on this as well. But start doing the work when it comes to your messaging. Research, distribute, test and iterate, scale, go through the 6 steps, and start building better buying experiences for your prospects.